If you loud and clear, please welcome. Please, can you hear me? Confirm you can hear me. Confirm you can see my screen. How has been trading this week? I hope it's been profitable. If you can hear me, kindly drop a comment on my screen. Can you hear me clearly in all session? All right, I believe you can hear me clearly. So that's been trading this week. Now the day of that release and see 560 it's I think is okay. As for today now, based on this news for GBP, it's supposed to be positive, it's supposed to be bullish as a result of this major news that affected that. Okay, so it's kind of GBP JPY. But let's start on our case. Okay, so you guys will notice GBP USD has been fine since the market. Euro USD and GBP has been in a kind of the volatility on those pairs has been very low. It's been very low, and that could be due to the FOMC meeting that we hold today. That could be the reason. And I think tomorrow NFP will be released. Tomorrow, I think that's the reason for the ranging of those pairs. Yesterday, you can see that the markets or the candle closed as an hanging man. It closed as an hanging man and created a liquidity. The high of yesterday was liquidity for yesterday. A lot of people would have executed sell after the close of this hanging man, and their stop losses reside the high on and morning they've swept the liquidity. This is the buy side liquidity for yesterday market. This is the sell side liquidity for yesterday market. That is the low of yesterday. Now they have swept liquidity. Okay, they've swept the liquidity residing at the high of yesterday. So let's see what's happening on 4 hour right now. So you can see the candlestick pattern that has been forming. You can see the candlestick pattern that has been forming. Market has tested that level. This is the second time the market is testing that level today, or the third time. 1, 2, 3, the third time. So after the formation of this high here, I believe most retail traders will have executed sell, and their stop losses will be residing at this previous high. Now they've swept the liquidity residing at this relative equal high. So what I'm saying here on the 4-hour time frame, there is a high probability that dollar index will go bearish. There is a high probability that dollar index will go bearish. There's a high probability it will go bearish. So if the current 4-hour candle closes as a spinning top, if it closes as a spinning top and we go down to 1 hour, we are able to identify maybe an engulfing pattern on 1-hour time frame, then we could consider selling dollar. Would consider selling dollar. That's what I see playing out on the dollar today. I am bearish on the dollar today. Good morning, Mr. Joseph. Good morning, Mr. Godswill. Okay, so I think dollar might go, let's see 15 minutes. There should be a bearish reversal pattern on 15 minutes right now. Okay, so you can see engulfing. I would advise you wait for the current 4-hour candle to close before you make a decision on the dollar. Wait for the current 4-hour candle to close. If at the time this candle closes on the 4-hour, we have this engulfing pattern on the 15 minutes still valid, then we can look for sell. Okay, we can look for sell. If this high that it has created, this engulfing candle has created, doesn't get swept by the time the 4-hour candle closes, then we could look for sell. That's my take on the dollar index. I am bearish on the dollar index today. I am bearish. Let's look at yen basket. If you have any question or any pair you want me to analyze, let me know in the comment section. If you have any pair you want me to analyze, if you have any question, let me know in the comment section. So on a daily time frame, yesterday was strongly bearish. So strongly bearish on the yen, and today so far it's been bullish. And let's see, after the close of yesterday candle, what pattern do we have on the lower time frame? Okay, so you can see the pattern we had here. Last candlestick closed bullish on the 4-hour time frame, and that is the reason for the buy. That's the reason for the buy. And as you can see, a fair value gap was created here. So this pullback would be to fill this fair value gap. You can see that's fill this fair value gap. Let's go down to lower time frame. Most likely there's a fair value gap above this one on the 4-hour time frame. Let's see 1 hour. So we have this fair value gap on 1 hour. You can see this gap. Okay, let's see 15 minutes. Probably there's still a fair value gap above this one on 15 minutes. Let's see. Okay, so you can see the fair value gap we had 15 minutes. You can see that the reason how the market reacted, price filled that fair value gap. Can you see it? Can you see? So right now, yen is bearish. Yen is bearish. The fact that the market respected this fair value gap. So this is our resistance for today's market. This is our resistance at the moment. If this resistance gets broken, then we might consider going bullish on yen. But at the moment, the fact that it's trading below this fair value gap, you should expect more sells on yen. You should expect more sells on yen. That is my take on the yen. Bearish at the moment. Bearish at the moment. The fair value gap I pointed out several weeks ago, I think it's on the weekly time frame. On the weekly time frame, I don't think yen has filled that fair value gap. There's a high probability it's going to fill that fair value gap. But when it will complete or fill that gap, no one knows. But I think that is where it's heading to. That's its destination. Let's see it on the weekly time frame. Good. We'll definitely have minutes. Definitely analyze good few minutes. So fair value gap. These fair value gaps where yen is aiming for. It won't rest until it fills one of these fair value gap. That's its destination. Okay, so that's it on yen. Yen is still very bearish. Still very bearish. Okay, so let's move on to currency pairs. Let's start with GBP USD. So if my bias on DXY is bearish, I will be looking for buys on GBP USD. If my bias for the dollar is bearish, I'll be looking for buys on GBP USD. And also, like I said, the news that was released today, I think CPI for the group was positive. So GBP is supposed to gain some strength over the dollar. So let's see. Yesterday candle closed bearish. Yesterday was, and that liquidity has been swept. The sell side liquidity yesterday candle has been swept. So let's see what's happening on the lower time frame. On the 4-hour time frame, let's see. Can you guys hear me? Can you still hear me? Can you guys still hear me? If you can hear me, type yes. If you can hear me, type yes. Please bear with me. The network seems not to be stable. Okay, so this is okay, so this is a 4-hour time frame. Trading below this support, trading below this support on a 4-hour time frame. 4-hour closing support, see more sales. Okay, be a first breakout. Could also be that move could just be highs on retail traders to sell. Okay, just a breakout. But let's go down to lower time. What's happening on the lower time frame? Okay, so like I said, I'm looking to sell dollar. So I'd love to see price above this support that was broken. Support, you can see this is a retest. Just continue. Just breaks out or closes above this. That would be a very good time to buy. That'd be a very good time to buy. You can see what's been happening in the market. The market, in fact, price action has really been messy on Euro, USD and Euro USD. Yesterday was really challenging. Look at the price action. Very choppy, very choppy. This was on Friday, 14th of March. You can see messy. It's really been messy. For you to make money in this kind of market, it's really challenging. It's really challenging. You can see. Unless you're a scalper aiming for maybe 10, 15 pips. If you're a long-term trader, man, this is swing trader or a position trader, stressful, living stressful on the 14th. It's bad market. It's bad market. Okay, so that's my take on GBP USD. If a 4-hour or 1 hour is above this level, then I'll look for buys. Okay, let's just see 15 minutes. Let's see the pattern we have on 15 minutes right now. Okay, so you can see the pattern we have on 15. We have an engulfing pattern on 15 minutes. See the resistance area. That demand is increasing and supply is decreasing. So let's go down to lower time frame. Probably this engulfing candle. Let's see. So you can see or you buy from market price plus like 15-20 pips below the low of this candle, just stop candle. Okay. had been a while. Oh yeah, let's to call class time. I hope you guys are still with me. I hope you're still. Euro USD also, we had yesterday. Had the liquidity previous low of yesterday. That's the low of yesterday, and that liquidity swept. I think has been swept. Okay, price tested that level. Like I told you guys, the network is stable. Please just bear with me. How is it better? Is it me? Creating a relative equal low, which is a strong level of liquidity. Okay, so they might still want to sweep that low before going bullish. Might still want to sweep this low, this relative equal low. But let's see what's happening on 1 hour frame. Okay, so you can see this bottom, and if it's closed as a spanning bottom, there's a high probability USD might buy if this closes as a spanning bottom. So you need to wait for this candle to close before you go bullish on Euro USD. Let's see what happens. Here we have this is an engulfing can engulfing value gap here. You can see this value gap that was created. And I think if you go down to 1 minute, there's still a fair value gap. See this fair value gap here? That could be the reason for the retreat. See this fair value gap? This could be the reason for the retrace. Gets filled, look for your buys. Once this fair value gap gets filled, you could look for your buys. Okay, so click on Euro USD, look for buys. If this fair value gap gets filled, or 1 hour 15 minutes close above this fair value gap, that'll be the right time to strike. That'll be the right time to strike. How is it now? Is it better now? Is it better now? Is it better now? Please confirm. Is it better now? Is it better now? I think everything is okay. I think it's okay now. It's better now. Okay, so let's move on to the next pair, which will be gold. Gold. I think gold is bullish. Gold is bullish. Let's start with the daily time frame. Gold has been bullish since yesterday. The best time to have bought gold would have been yesterday. Yesterday would have been the best time to had started buying gold. So you can see how yesterday candle closed. It closed as an hammer, right? It closed as an hammer. And the first thing it did was to sweep the liquidity. Monday low was swept. Created a new low yesterday. Okay, it created a new low yesterday and it closed as hammer. And also you can see that price filled a fair value gap at this point. You can see that. You can see the confluences. You can see fill this fair value gap. Can you see that? Price pulled back to fill this fair value gap. So that price is back, liquidity and goes internal range liquidity. And you can have a value gap, which is an internal range liquidity. So that could be the next target for gold. This fair value gap could be the next target for gold. Okay, I think that's about some 600 pips, if I'm not wrong. About 600 from the about 100 pips from the current price. That is what I see playing out on. Expect because this was a forward field fair value gap at this point. This was the first attempt. It filled this fair value gap, and at this point, a lot of retail traders would have executed sell, and they also decided this. Okay, so there's a high probability they might the liquidity residing at this previous high. I hope that is clear. So I'm bullish on gold. My bias on gold is bullish. Thanks for your response. Thanks for your response. Okay, so which other thing you want me to analyze? Let me know. The last I will be analyzing will be GBP, JPY. If there's any other pair for me to analyze, let me know in the comment section. GBP, JPY, my bias for yen is bearish. Then I should be looking for buys. GBP, JPY chart has also been messy. It's been messy, though we had some bearish move here. It was a bearish move here from this point. This was ranging, and we had a bullish move. This was yesterday, not last week. Several days ago, you can see from on the 5th of November. Is it 5th November? Yeah, 5th November. Yeah, 5th November. GBP/JPY has been bullish. It's been bullish, and I think it is still bullish. It is still bullish. It is still bullish. Look for buys on GJ. Look for buys on GJ. Let's see the weekly. So GJ is aiming for this high, I think. Yeah, that is its target for this week, this high. That's where GJ is aiming for. That's about 100 pips from the current market price. 100 pips from the current market price. So yesterday we had what looks like a spine top. And after the formation of the spine top on a daily time frame, let's see the pattern we had on the 4-hour. And also you can see here on, so you can see the pattern we had on 4-hour yesterday. We had these bullish reversal patterns, breakout from this resistance. You can see breakout from this resistance, and this could be a retest. Let's go back to the daily. So you can see what we had here yesterday. You can see we had this resistance. Can you see this on a daily time frame? We had this resistance. You can see resistance. There was a breakout and a retest. Can you see that? There was a breakout and a retest. If you go down to 4-hour after the close of yesterday candle, we had this resistance. We had this zone. Resistance support. You can see this zone here. You can see this zone here. Can you see that? So this is a buy setup. 4-hour. You can see the previous candle closed as it closed as an hammer. You can see it's closed as an hammer. You can see after coming back to test this zone. This is a buy on GJ. This is a buy, and if you look at the structure on the 4-hour time frame, you can see that the structure we have here has been bullish. It's a bullish structure. You can see it's a bullish structure. High, low, high, low, low. It's been forming series of high and higher lows, higher highs and higher lows. See that? GJ is bullish. GJ is there's a question why should have the same GP. You can see similar pattern. Be able to know the trend on this Y and yen. You should have an idea. You should also know the direction on this space. You should know the direction on this space. You can see similar pattern. We had a breakout here on the 4-hour time frame. We had a breakout here. You can see we had this breakout here, and there was a retest, and you can see we had this retest, and you can see it's bullish at the moment. So let's look at go down to 1 hour. 1 hour time. You can see what we had here on 1 hour. This would have been a good entry for buy on UJ. You can see this would have been a good entry. Buying from this point is at a higher risk, though the trend is still bullish. This would have been the best time to buy. This would have been the best time because you can see here we had what looks like an hammer. We had an inverted hammer. We had this. So if you had missed this opportunity, you could have entered from this point. This would have been the best entry. If you had bought from this point, by now you would have made close to 30 pips. You could have made close to 30 pips if you're at this point. Okay, so you could wait for a little retracement. Say price is at a resistance area now, so we could see a little retracement from this area. There could be a lot from that area. That is the reason it will not be wise to start buying this point. That's the reason it will not be wise to start buying from this point. You can see there could be a retracement from this level. There could be a retracement. So it's best to wait, see how the market will react to this level. Okay. There could be a Guys, I noticed my network went off at some point. I noticed network went off. So guys, please that'll be all for today's session. I want to attended to all your questions. I appreciate your participation. That will be tomorrow by 10 a.m. God's will. Uh, Mr. Joseph that's under the Max, Daniel, Mr. God's will, online. So I appreciate you for your participation. Yeah, I look forward to have a wonderful day.